This is a chapter P test in the textbook. Okay, so during chapter P test, it's on page 79 through 80, 1 through 14 all. So let me show that to you. Normal mode of operation is I'll show you all the problems for those of you that don't have the book and don't plan on getting it. So here we are. So this is page 79. So show this to you. And more. Yeah, there's really no such thing as my going too fast because you can always pause, rewind, fast forward as much as you wish. So much you get all the problems there. Okay, and more on the next page, which is page 80, it looks like. And there we go. Okay, and usually in my videos, I will do many of the problems that are there. So here we go. So problem number 1. So the cost is $9 for the pizza and then $1.50 per topping. So C equals 9 plus 1.5x. Part B, you have 4 toppings, so I just plug in 4. 9 plus 6 is $15. Okay. Number 2, you're asked for rational or irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are like square roots and pi. 5 is a rational number. It's also an integer. It's a natural number. Okay, natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Integers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and their opposites, -1, -2, -3, and so on. Square root of 5 is irrational. C, -9 over 3, that's the same as -3. That's rational, and it's an integer also. And -1 million is rational, and it's also an integer. Okay, number 3, A is the set -2, 0, 1, 3, 5. B is 0, 1, 2, 1, 5, 7. A intersect B, upside down U, means what do they have in common? So they both share 0, 1, and 5. A union B means just write down all the numbers, but you don't have to write any duplicates. So I just copy everything here, -2, 0, 1, 3, 5. Then I copy everything here, but I don't have to write again anything that's already there. So 0 is already there, half, 1 is there, 5 is there, and 7. By the way, you don't have to reorder. You may, but it's not necessary. 4, bracket -4, 2 parentheses. Bracket means include the -4. Parentheses means do not include the 2, so it's an open circle. Bracket 0, 3, bracket means everything between 0 and 3, including 0 and 3, so closed circles. Okay, for the intersection, what do they have in common? So what do these two sets have in common? From 0 to 2, counting the 0, but not to 2. So the two sets have everything here in common. And the union means just put everything here and everything here. It's as if to say if I were to shine a light straight down, right, what would get illuminated on the number line? Everything from -4 to 3 inclusive, so bracket -4, 3. Okay, absolute value, you just take the difference of the two, and if it comes out to be negative, make it positive. So absolute value of -4 minus 2, absolute value of -6 is 6. 5a, one thing to watch out for, -2 to the 6 written like this is -64, because this means give the opposite of 2 to the 6. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 6, 64, and you want the opposite of that, 64. This one means -2 times -2 times -2 times -2 times -2 times -2, which is a positive 64. 2 to the -6 means 1 over 2 to the 6, or 1 over 64. That's a 64, not 6 to the 4th power. 3 halves to the -2 means flip this and make it a positive 2, so 2/3 squared, 4/9. G, if I raise something, if I take the 4th root rather, it's the same thing as raising to the 1/4 power. So 3 to the 8th over 2 to the 16th to the 1/4. I can distribute here. If you have a power of a power, you multiply the power. So this is 3 squared. This is 2 to the 4th, 9 over 16. Scientific notation, you want a number between 1 and 10 times 10 to a power. So a number between 1 and 10 would be 1.86. I count over 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 1.86 times 10 to the 11th. This will be a negative exponent. It's a very small number. How do I get a number between 1 and 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces over. So 3.965 times 10 to the negative 7. 7b, I can distribute the negative 2 here, here, and here. So 2 to the negative 2, x cubed to the negative 2 is x to the negative 6. Y to the negative 2 to the negative 2 is y to the fourth. Then these two having negative exponents go downstairs. Y to the fourth stays up. So y to the fourth over 4x to the 6. Okay, E, 18 I can write as 9 times 2. X cubed I can write as x squared times x. Leave y to the fourth alone. Square root of 9 comes outside as a 3. Square root of x squared becomes an x, provided x is greater than or equal to 0. Square root of y to the fourth is y squared. And then underneath still I have a 2 and an x. Okay, 8b, you can just multiply it out, FOIL it out. Some of you have heard of that. 4x squared minus 5x plus 12x is a plus 7x, and then minus 15. Okay, this falls in the category of difference of squares. It's x plus y, x minus y. So I square this, but radical a squared, as you say, minus radical b squared is b. X plus 2 cubed is x plus 2 squared times x plus 2. X plus 2 squared by formula is x squared plus 4x plus 4. Then I multiply by x plus 2. So it's x squared times each of these. That's x cubed plus 2x squared. Then 4x times each of these, 4x squared plus 8x. And then 4 times each of these, 4x plus 8. Combine these, x cubed plus 6x squared plus 12x plus 8. Okay, factor, 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. 2x squared is 2x and x. A 3 and a 4 will work as long as this is a minus and this is a plus. Double check, 2x squared plus 8x minus 3x is a plus 5x and then minus 12. C is factoring by grouping. If I take these two, the common factor is x squared, x minus 3. And by factoring by grouping, you know that this has to be an x minus 3. So I factor out a negative 4, parentheses x minus 3. Then you pull out the x minus 3. Left behind is x squared minus 4, which can be factored as a difference of two squares. Final answer, x minus 3, x plus 2, x minus 2. D, first factor out the x. Then you have x cubed plus 27, which is x cubed plus 3 cubed. Then I use the formula for the sum of cubes, x times x plus 3, then x squared minus 3x plus 9. E, notice how that matches that. So temporarily, let t be 2x minus y. So it looks like t squared minus 10t plus 25, which factors into t minus 5 squared. And then just quickly change t back to what it was, 2x minus y minus 5 squared. Okay, 10b, factor this. This is 2x plus 1, x minus 1. This is x plus 3, x minus 3. Leave this alone. These two cancel, these two cancel. Final answer, x minus 1 over x minus 3. And in case you're wondering, no, you cannot factor that any further. Just leave that one alone. 10c, factor this into x squared over x plus 2, x minus 2, then get a common denominator. So multiply this side by x minus 2 over x minus 2. So this is the common denominator, x squared minus parentheses, x squared minus 2x plus x is a minus x minus 2. Distribute the x squareds cancel out and you have a negative x is positive x, negative 2 is positive 2, x plus 2 cancels out, final answer 1 over x minus 2. This one, multiply top and bottom by xy, the common denominator. So that will give me that times that, x cancels out. You have y squared minus, here y cancels out, x squared over xy times 1 over y is x, minus 1 over x times xy is y. This factors into y plus x, y minus x. And then this cancels into a negative 1. Y minus x divided by x minus y is negative 1. So I have negative 1 times y minus x, which is negative x minus y. 11a, you've got a cube root of 4. I know the cube root of 8 is 2, so I want to bump this up to be 8. So multiply top and bottom by cube root of 2. So 6 cube root of 2 over cube root of 8. Cube root of 8 becomes 2. Cancel 2 with 6. 3 times the cube root of 2. B, rationalize the denominator by multiplying by the conjugate of the denominator. The conjugate of the denominator is radical 5 plus 2. These are sometimes called conjugates. Okay, that way it looks like a squared minus b squared. Well, root 5 squared is 5, minus 2 times 2 is 4. I'm dividing by 1. So if I'm dividing by 1, you don't even have to put it. That times that is radical 50 plus 2 radical 10. And radical 50 is 25 times 2. Take out the 5. So 5 radical 2 plus 2 radical 10. 12b, 8x cubed equals negative 125, divide by 8. Take the cube root. Cube root of negative 125 over 8 is negative 5/2. C, move over to 64. Write this as cube root of x squared. Cube both sides. Okay, this is going to be a big number, but I'm going to think of it as 2 to the 6. 64 is 2 to the 6th power. Then you cube it. X squared is 2 to the 18th. Then by the square root property, x is plus or minus the square root of 2 to the 18th, which is 2 to the 9th. 2 to the 9th comes out to be 512. D, this fraction equals this fraction. Cross multiply, that times that equals that times that. So 2x squared minus x equals that times that. FOIL, 2x squared plus 6x minus 5x is plus x minus 15. 2x squareds cancel out. Negative x equals x minus 15. Subtract x, divide by negative 2. X is 15 over 2. 13, e equals mc squared. Solve for c. Divide by m. Take the square root. C is square root of e over m. Don't need a plus or minus. It's a positive quantity. 14, distance equals rate times time. It's the same distance. Going is 100 kilometers per hour. Returning is 75 kilometers per hour. The grand total is 3.5 hours. So if I call this t, this has to be 3.5 minus t. Okay, since distance equals rate times time, multiply 100 t, 75 times 3 minus 3.5 minus t. It's the same distance, so I said I'm equal. 100 t equals 75 times 3.5 minus t. Distribute. Add 75t on both sides. 175t equals 262.5. Divide by 175. T is 1.5. Plug back in. So 100 times 1.5. The total distance is 150 kilometers. Okay, so these are some problems from the chapter P test that we had to do. Beginning chapter P test on page 79 and 80.